Hi guys, welcome to K-pop Pangyaban. In this class, you're going to learn Korean through your favorite K-pop song. So what are we going to focus on? We're going to focus on just two things. The first one is pronunciation, and the second one is Korean phrases. Now, what song are we going to learn? Well, when I think of K-pop, I think of BTS first. So I chose Boy With Love, 작은 것들을 위한 지 by 방탄소년단, BTS. Let's learn the title first. 작은 것들을 위한 시 literally means a poem for small things. Now, let's count the syllables. In Korean, one word is one syllable. So how do you count syllables? In your head, draw like a circle or a rectangle around these words. As you keep going, you'll see that the shapes you're drawing are mostly the same size. Even if you can't see it yet, it's perfectly fine because we're going to practice this again and again. If you can see it already, then good for you. So now let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 syllables. Before we go into the pronunciation part, I want to let you guys know that I did not write the pronunciation part in Latin. I sort of made it up and typed English words that kind of sound like these words. So please keep that in mind. Now also, Korean pronunciation is right there, right on, and straightforward. One syllable is going to be literally one syllable. I'll show you what I mean by that now. So this first word is pronounced as ta. I wrote jog, but it is not pronounced as jog nor jarg. It's ta. Right there, right on. One syllable, short and simple. Ta. Now this word, you pronounce this as So when you see something gross, you go ooh. It's kind of like that. You put an N in the end of the It's going to be The next word is got. It's not gut. It's kind of like that, but it's more straight on, right there, right on. got. 들. This word is also like this one because it is also the sound, but you put a D in front of it and an L in the end. So it's going to be 들. Now this one is also like this one too. It has the sound too, but it has an L in the end and not a D in the front. So it's just going to be ul. 위, 한, 시. This one is not going to be she, it's just going to be she. Now let's go over these words. 작, 것, 들, 위, 한, 시. So in Korean, when you're speaking these words, you actually connect the words. What I mean by that is, for example, these words. We practiced this as 작은 just now, but it's actually 작은. You are going to connect these two words, and there is going to be a G between these two words. So 작은, 것들을. There's going to be an L between these two. 것들을 위한 시. 작은 G, 것들을 L, 위한 시. Now let's move on to the Korean phrases part. 작은 means small, 것들을 means things, 위한 means for, and 시 means a poem for small things. Now you already learned quite a few vocabularies. So here are the vocabularies you learned. 작은, small, 것들, things, 위한, 4, she, poem. Now let's learn the artist. 방탄소년단. They literally mean bulletproof Boy Scouts. So let's count the syllables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 syllables. This one is 방. I wrote bang, but it's actually 방. It has the ah sound. 방, 탄, 소, 년, 단. Now this one, so think of it as Y-U-H, yeah. But you put an N in the front and an N in the end. 년, 년. 방, 방, 탄, 탄, 소, 소, 년, 년, 단. 방탄소년단. 방탄소년단. 방탄 means bulletproof. 소년단 means Boy Scouts. So the vocabularies you learn through this, so here we go. 방탄, 방탄, bulletproof. 소년, 소년, boy. 소년단, 소년단, Boy Scout. Like I said, Y-U-H, an N in the front and the end. So you realize that 소년 means boy. Yeah, keep that in mind. 소년 means boy. So here are the vocabularies you learned today. 작은, 작은, small, 것들, 것들, things, 것, 것, thing, 위한, 위한, for, 시들, 시들, poems, 시, poem, 방탄, 방탄, bulletproof, 소년들, 소년들, boys, 소년, 소년, boy, 소년단, 소년단, Boy Scout. Now feel free to print this out and make some changes or some notes, whatever you want to do, and make this yours. So as we were going over this, you realize that there are both plural and singular, plural and singular, plural and singular. And the difference between plural and singular is this, 들. If you put 들 in a word, then it's a plural. If you don't, it's a singular. Now, I want you guys to know that in Korean, whether or not you put this or not, it's still going to be a plural if you make it sound like that. What I mean by that is, you can just say she and the person you're talking to will understand that you mean plural, not singular. It's kind of like the word study. Whenever you're talking to someone, you know if that person is using the word study as a noun or a verb. It's kind of like that. The person you're speaking to will understand automatically. And that's it for today. Great work.